Hi guys, welcome. Oh, I'm a bit zoomed out or in. Let's just zoom out. There we go. How is everyone? Hi Bethan, hi Dawn, hi Loretta, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. New day. Well, it is for me. Hi Christy, welcome. I have my froggy friends with me today. Somebody asked me yesterday what we were talking about with the sharpeners, and I just wanted to show them. So here they are saying hello. This one's a little pop open sharpener, and this is the hand crank one. It's got a little crank inside there. He's very cute. The best thing I like about these little dudes is, let's just pop a pencil in there, shall we? When you use them, there's the pencil, and what I actually wanted to show you was the shavings. They're tiny little shavings, so little curly pieces of pencil, so it doesn't take a lot off, which I really love. So I just wanted to show those. I have two actually for 5,000 subscribers, so once that happens, I'll do a giveaway for one of them on YouTube and one of them on Patreon. So cool. Dawn, you'll have a chance to win, and because you're a patron as well, you'll have two chances, so that's pretty cool. Hi Angela, welcome. Hi Susan, welcome. Holly, welcome. Abby, welcome. Just in case I missed you before. Helen, welcome. Is that it so far? I just thought I'd go early, wait for people. Still got a couple of minutes. Shara, welcome. Oh, they are, Angela? I never even thought of that. That's a brilliant idea. I'm going to assume probably not cadmium colours. They could be poisonous to the plants. Shara. Holly. Very cute. This is a brand new one. My hubby took the other one back. We've had the other one for around 10 years, and I've been using it pretty full on, so they're pretty durable. I mean, I don't throw it around, so I haven't actually tried this little baby one. Let's have a look at it. Prismas are so temperamental. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. The camera's a little bit blurry today. This is I've always had trouble with the processed red though. It's really hard to see, but that edge of the pencil is flat because it's broken out down into the core. So that one's going to break. It's going to break. No, it's going to break. So guys, I wanted to apologize for Prismas aren't that great in the little one. There's a little bit of friction there. I want to apologise for Tuesday. I was supposed to be doing a challenge with the lovely Erin, and Erin actually felt really ill, so I had to cancel it. I didn't feel that I didn't feel that coming on and doing the challenge by myself was going to be as funny and as fun, and yeah, so I just cancelled that stream. I don't have any more planned now. I've decided to just leave them, and maybe on Tuesdays I can do something else quick. and fun. Yeah, Holly, I think the panda one, I think they're exactly the same. Hi, Sherry, welcome. Yeah, I've seen the camera ones as well. They're quite cool. Hi, Kenny, welcome, sweetie. So yeah, there's some different types or different novelty ones, but I'm going to assume, I'm not going to say I know, I'm going to assume that the mechanisms inside them are all the same. So yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, if you've got any ideas for something fun to do that's a little bit different to um, what I normally do, let me know. Give some things a try. I got a few new books this week. I'm going to be showing them on Monday. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's been a busy week. Lots of stuff going on. Holly. Well, you'll have a chance to win one once I hit the 5,000. It's almost there. I think I'm on 4,300, so it won't be long. It's kind of flew up. Actually, the last 2,000 subs have just flown. Thanks, Maya. Maya. What is it? Is it Maya? Maya? My bad. Either. My next big goal is 10,000. So, Mia, thank you. Oh, almost had it there. Oh, and I know why. All good. There's actually going to be two. There'll be one for patrons and one for YouTube. Hi, Sue. Welcome. So for those that are new, we're on week 2 of this beautiful image by Nalek Shoemaker, or Nalek. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Dutch. Got bits everywhere. Just probably from picking up the sharpener. That's right, Sherry. A couple of people already have one. I know that Linda has one, and May got one, and somebody else got one who was a patron. I can't remember which patron it was, but another patron won one. So there's a few out there now. Going around. I'm not sure who it was. I can't remember. I have received hundreds of messages this week. Hi, Meredith. Welcome. Meredith, I think it was you asking about the sharpener the other day. yesterday. I think it might have been. This is the one, this is what I was talking about. We were talking about the froggy, that was all. But I'm just waiting for a couple of minutes, make sure everybody's come in, and me, I'm important. We're talking about me. So yeah, this is the froggy sharpener. I was just showing it before. The little thing opens at the bottom here. It's got a hand crank. And this is a brand new one, so it's a little bit stiff at the moment. It'll get looser as it gets older. But yeah, that's what we were talking about, that little froggy. And it's Deli brand. And it came in a pack with two, actually, a little baby one as well, which is a normal sharpener. I just want to open it and see what the shavings look like. Yeah, so this is a normal sharpener, and it was a little bit gritty with the Prismacolors, so I probably won't do those again. Prismacolors are kind of picky with sharpeners. Excuse my chair. Squeaky chair syndrome. Just pushing it back together. Hi Wendy, welcome. No worries. Alright, so we're going on to week 2 of this beautiful image. Today I'm giving away a single image by her as well, so we'll be doing that halfway through. I have a link here for those that don't have Facebook. Here is the link for the Patreon post with the color chart for this week in it. If you would like to purchase this particular image, it is available at a discounted rate at the moment till the end of June. I'm popping the link up for that as well. Hi Sparkle, welcome. I got messages coming through. It is cute, isn't it? Oh, Holly, I haven't decided yet, so... Oh, Abby, yeah, I did, but I still haven't got it to a point where I'm willing to share it. It's hi Judy, welcome. It's still in the making, Abby. Hi Pam, welcome. Hi Diane, welcome. Alright, so are we ready to get started? I've decided that I want to give this little fairy some pink hair today. Pink hair sounds really cute. And I also want to give her some green eyes. And we're also going to be using these for her wings and her dress. I think I might need a new process red. Let me see if I can grab a pencil extender for it, because it's a little bit tiny and I'll struggle with that. I think I'll be alright, but I'll get a sore hand after a little while. So come on down to process red. Have a extender. Green eyes. Sounds good. We'll do the eyes first, hey? I'm also going to use, which I forgot to mention, a jelly roll or a white gel pen, and I will use a black, tiny little black. I'm going to use the Copic multi-liner because it's there and I know it doesn't smudge for the eyes, so we're going to do that in a moment. Oh, cute Judy. Ah, yes, I had a Dahlia purple pencil that completely pooped it. It actually got to like this size in a day because it just kept breaking, and I tried the old oven trick and the microwave thing, and nothing worked. Oh, actually, I didn't put it in the microwave because it had metal. It's got metallic writing on it, so I put it in the oven. It's supposed to apparently soften the core so it sticks back together, but it didn't work. Thank you. Hi Janine, welcome. Hi Deb, welcome. Good morning. Lovely ladies from Australia. So guys, yes, I'm from Australia. No, I don't have a pet kangaroo. Koalas aren't bears. And we do have bears, drop bears, so just look out for them. No, I'm just joking. We don't really. It's just a joke. The land of Vegemite. Mineral orange. Oh, I've never had trouble with that one. I have had the Dahlia Purple's the only one that I had issues with, but it was just broken all the way through. And it's not necessarily a design flaw either. I think it's just been mishandled or dropped and still sold even though it's been dropped. You've got to be so careful with them. First thing that I taught my kids was never drop pencils. It is one thing that ruins them. They don't fall out of trees. Generally not. Oh, they're very koalas are actually quite territorial and they can be quite vicious, so they're not as cute as what you think. Oh, and they've got the loudest grunting noise. It's kind of scary actually. Koalas and possums have got loud noise calls, and so does a wombat actually. Anyway, we're going to start with the eyes first. We'll get that over and done with. We'll also do the lips so that most of the skin area is completely finished. I'm going to try to see if I can get that a little clearer, but I'm having so much trouble with my camera lately. It doesn't like me. I'm not sure if it's just on too much or what, but I'm just going to... I was trying to zoom in, but I think that's a little bit too far. I'm just going to have to come back a little bit. Otherwise, it looks kind of weird. I'm going to start with a little bit of Cobalt Turquoise, which is PC105. Oh, wow, awesome. Brisbane. I've never been. I've been to Adelaide. And Queensland, but not Brisbane itself, but we did yeah, been on a cruise from out there. Cobalt Turquoise. I'm going to do a little bit of dark color at the top. There's a little bit of a highlight over the eye there. I'm just kind of going to go around it a little bit if I can. I'm putting a couple of layers on so it's nice and thick. Such a tiny little pencil. This one going around the pupil as well. Same on the other side. I love pink and green together is why I decided to go with these particular colors. I especially like the hot pink, processed red colors. They're nice, beautiful colors. Just going to come around the outside of the iris of the eye as well, just coating over the black. So remember that the main purpose or thing that I say is try to cover over all of the grey, trying not to leave any white. So just coming over that. Oh, Judy, nice. It's cold in Tassie. Cold and wet and miserable. Yeah, Helen, I've had issues with especially white. It's happened a few times now where the barrel or the lead barrel is actually off center. And what happens is that when you sharpen them, the wood actually comes up like here because it's not in the center where the sharpener is sharpening. And it's just painful. I ended up throwing the pencil away. It was just too much of a hassle. I had to keep picking off the wood with my knife, and it just got frustrating in the end. Every single time I had to sharpen it. It's frustrating. So that one was poorly made, very poorly made. Yeah, that's what it is. They're not centered. The only thing that you can do is I used to just use a knife just to take off the wood on that side. But unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that. Now I'm going to use the, actually I'm not, sorry, I'm going to use this one, light green, which is PC920, and I'm just going to put a tiny little bit in the bottom of the eye here. Further. Just to make sure everyone's back, I'll just wait a second. That was kind of weird. I also had trouble with Instagram this morning. I couldn't, it just kept saying don't refresh, it can't refresh, can't refresh. It was really random. Hi Miranda. Oh, mine's easy to use, this one. You just sort of open, you put the pencil in, you put your finger on this bit and you use the other finger over here to open it. So you push and open. I do it from the top normally. And you have to push this in to put the pencil in too. So you've got to, and then just turn it. I'm not going to sharpen it. It's already got plenty of lead. So, and yeah, so it's fairly easy. Are you all back now? Yeah, it disconnected for a second. I'm not sure why. Yeah, are you all back? I'm assuming you're all back now. I can't see. We'll just go. I'm going to go. I'm going to do it. So I'm using the light green if you missed it before. I'm not sure what happened. It disconnected. Just going over the darker section as well. So she's got nice bright green eyes. A little bit of white just at the bottom there. Ooh, that was noisy. I don't know what that was. Where did I get mine? I got, most people can get them on Amazon. I'm in Australia, so I got mine off a website called called hang on, I need to think about that because I've forgotten already. Off a website. An office website that do office equipment. I'm using the tiny little, this is a 0.03 Copic multi-liner. I'm just going in and deepening up the pupil. And I'm also going to fix the eyelashes here that have kind of disappeared around the eye. So I'm just going to deepen those up now. I'm going to add a few extras in between because they kind of look a bit sparse and put a little bit of colour around the very outside there as well. I cannot believe I can't remember the name of the place I got them. Just gone. It's just left my brain. Doing the other side as well. I'll get out my emails later and if I remember. If you're in Australia and you really want to know, message me if I forget. I'm just doing the other side now. See, even the lighting's weird. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to see too. Bumping camera. Try to do it on the side a little bit for you. So that's really close up, so you can see there's a couple of bits that I've missed in between. I'm just going to add a couple of flicks in there. Now there was a little bit of like, I guess, runny eyeliner there. That was the Copic multi-liner. That was a 0.03. I've also got one that I use all the time, and it's a cheap brand one, but it's not water. It was off, it was supposed to be a packet of Micron pens, and this is what I got. Not Micron, off Wish. And this is my absolute favorite, and it's tiny, so it's a 005, and it's tiny as, look how tiny it is. I think it's even smaller than the Copic one. Oh no, it's not, but it's a little bit bigger. But that's one of my favorite ones as well. But as I said, it's not waterproof. It runs if you put water or anything on it, so smudges. But I'm going to use my black pencil just a tiny little bit and just deepen up this black area under her eye there. I've just tried to move my arm for you, Holly. I hope that's a little bit better. Just a little bit under that one as well. It's kind of like a runny, like tear. She's had a rough day, this one. Just really gently, I'm just going to put a little bit of a shadow in the eye there. Just the lightest pressure you possibly can. And around the bottom. Just to add a little bit of a shadow in the eye. I'm going to add a tiny little bit of pink too. Hi, Lulu. And I've got a little bit of hot pink. Just going in the waterline. And in the very corners of the eye. And a little tiny little bit onto the whites of the eye as well, just on the very edges of it, over the top of the black. And then I'm going to use white just to blend all of that out. Very tiny. I'm going to blame YouTube because my end looks fine. I just checked my bandwidth and all that sort of thing. It's all fine. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe YouTube and Instagram are playing up today. What a pain. What a pain. I know. I've got the 0.5 gel, the 0.5. It's actually a 0.3 size, but these, I'll just show you. I've got a couple of packets of these actually. They're my favorite. So the 0.5, the 0.5 one is actually a 0.3 mil, which is the same size as the Copic multi-liner. And the 0.8 is a 0.5 mil, so it's a little bit bigger. And the Uni-Ball, Signo Uni-Ball, this one, he's a 0.5 to 1 mil, so he's bigger again. Actually, I think that's a 1 mil one, 1.00. So you can get different. The reason I've got these ones is for like the little stars that you do in the sky, you know, the sparkles off that you can do in the sky, and also these tiny little details here is why I usually use this one. I'm going to put a tiny little bit in her nose, just on the very edge, to give her a little bit of a shine. And I showed this a few times, but each stream I'll do it again because it's really helpful. I've got a little bit of colourless blender, but you can use rubbing alcohol. Like I've got isopropyl alcohol. Blech. So you can use that too. But I use the colourless blender from the Copics because it's usually easier to get to, and it doesn't smell like the other one does. Not that the other one's bad. It's got a bit of a fragrance to it though, so yeah. Just use my colourless blender. I'll just show you that one. This is the Copic ink one, which is just clear alcohol as well. And if your pen's not working, which mine wasn't, just going to rub it on and soak that in. If you find that it's quite heavy, it's probably heavy build up from pencil and things like that that we go over. There we go, it's working now. Hi Barbara, welcome. Ooh, metallic. Mia, nice. I prefer the Uni-Ball when it comes to opaqueness. The Uni-Ball ink is really opaque and it's really nice and bright. The jelly rolls aren't quite as bright. However, I'm just going to put in some little sparkles in her eye here now. Just a line. Yeah, well, I was going to, but apparently doesn't want to work. Oh, there she is. Just a line at the bottom on that lighter section. Just a dot at the top on both sides. Also, if you are doing it over the top of pencil, it does scratch off if you make a mistake, which is good. And also there's a larger spot on the side there. I just put a couple of spots down on the bottom of the waterline. And because it looks kind of like she's crying, I'm just going to put a couple of sparkles on her. It is really hard to see. Let me just change the light angle so you can see. And I made a mistake there. Just going to scratch that off. Eyes are done. Just moving on to the lips, I've got some pomegranate. I'm going to do this in the darker section of the lip in the middle there. I want to try to cover over all of the black with colour. These wax-based pencils are really good for covering over lines. What are we talking about now? Again? Seriously? That is so random. It's working fine here now. I've even got No, it's not your computer, I don't think, Helen. I think it's YouTube. Mia, I think it is YouTube. I don't think it's you. The jelly ones are good, but as I said, if you use the alcohol on a cotton swab and just rub it in, if it's not enough, really soak it. So to put a few drops on top of the nib. It's because they grab the buildup of wax and oil and things off your pencils. That's why they don't work, because it gets clogged up. So to clean it out, just use the alcohol on a swab and give it a really good rub over. Hi Joey, welcome. Hi Rochelle, welcome. Pomegranate still. So her top lip's a lot darker than the bottom, so just going into those darker sections and making sure that I cover it over. So a few layers, firmer pressure if you need to, just don't break your pencils. There's a little bit of a shadow on the bottom of the lip there too. Now I'm going to use some magenta over the top. I have pretty much all of the top lip will be covered now. There's a small section at the bottom there I'm going to leave for the hot pink. Just there. So sorry, I don't know why it's doing it, guys. Silly computer. Silly YouTube. Silly everything. Hey, at least we're here. Just going to line out that bottom lip section. There's kind of a gap between the lip and the skin. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of light peach or even white just to soften the edge off and get rid of any fuzzy grain on the paper too. No, I love the jelly rolls. They just, because they're such a fine ball point. So this one's quite big, but it's a lot finer than the Uni-Ball. Like when you have a look at the size difference in the nibs, these little balls are tiny. And when you have a look at the 0.5, that ball is tiny. Like it's pinpoint tiny. So when you have a think of this tiny little nib on that Copic multiliner, that is like a pinprick, literally a pinprick. That is the same size. So it's tiny. It clogs up really quickly, especially when you're using it on wax and oil-based pencils or paint or something like that. It's just going to clog up that. I've got hot pink. I'm going to finish off the rest of that lip area at the top there now. Just going in with light pressure. And I'm going to use white to finish it off and give us a nice light highlight colour there. It's a bit of white. That's why it's important not to use Copic markers over pencils. If you do, you need to make sure you really clean the nib because it will clog them up and wreck them. Now I'm just going to clean that white pencil and go underneath the lip there and just smooth out that skin area. Okay, and we need a little bit of jelly roll pen on there. Now, this is the 8. No, I didn't clean this one. I'm going to though. Just a tiny little spot and maybe a couple of little lines and a little bit on the top lip there too. Inside the teeth there, I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of white because I like to cover over everything with something. I'm done. Now that light's really bad. Let me just zoom out. Now I'm not sure where the angle will be on the camera now because we moved it, but her face is completely done. She's kind of got a little bit of a smirk, so maybe she's getting revenge. She's like, She's got a bit of a sad face there, and it is on a bit of an angle, so I'm just going to turn that way a little bit. Let's do her hair. This time we're going to use the 4 colours, so I've got pomegranate, magenta, processed red, and hot pink. She is very beautiful. Yeah, Meredith, only mods are able to. But it's all good. There is a link in my description as well to some Deli products, so check out the description under the video as well. Alright, let's do the hair. So, should we talk about it a little bit? Grayscale is really good because it already shows us kind of where we need to go, but she's going to have full-on pink hair, so we're going to be filling in a lot of these details here. I'm going to start with the darkest colour in those shadow areas and make sure that I lay down some shadows around anything that's sitting on the hair. So that includes the flowers, the twigs are sort of sitting on her hair here. All of those places I'm going to line a shadow around them. So using this pencil is the, I wonder if I can get rid of that really bright light off there. Take that brightness down a tiny little bit. I know it's going to be quite dark for this bit, but just to show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to actually use fairly firm pressure and I'm going to flick my pencil. If you have to turn your page upside down to flick back that way, then do that. So you're starting like doing ticks, but obviously you're not doing the flick at the start of the tick. And I'm just going over all the really black areas. So we're getting rid of any black shadows. We'll have to come back in and add in, see how there's some little like highlight spots there? We're going to have to go back in and add those over the top if you go over them, so don't stress too much. So I'm just going to flick down over the top of all that really dark area. Okay, so from one side that way, and then about halfway down here there's a bit of a dark shadow, so from there I'm actually going to flick up this time and down. So down and up. There's another one here, so down and then up, down, up, down and up. What we've just done is we've created a dip and a high. So we've got a low point and a high point. So it's going to be curling down and then up, down and then up, which is what we've done. So this is down and this is up and down again. What happened? Who told you off? No, don't, Guy. Miranda, if you're having issues, you can message me. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just let's just leave it out of chat if that's okay. Cool. All right, back to it. Hi, Pat. Welcome. Yeah, guys, if you have any issues, just contact me directly, and you can chat to me about it. So, anyone know what color? Did you want to know what color I was using then? Somebody just asked. I'm using pomegranate, guys. Loretta, so way to go. Just keep to your own businesses. Don't worry about everything else. But guys, please feel free to message me if you have any issues or you want to talk about something, and we'll deal with it that way. Okay, so I've just done the pomegranate and I've just covered over those lines that were in the hair already, or the darkest lines. And now I'm going to swap over to magenta. Oh no, my poor doggy. Thanks, Rochelle. Oh, and he's okay now. So using magenta, I'm going to repeat the same process. I'm going to go over the top of the lines I've done, and I'm also going to go in between them a little bit. Still flicking. Back down here as well. So I'm extending them a little bit longer and I'm coming in between some of them, creating a little bit of texture. I'm going to repeat on the other side here. Just going to add a little bit of a dip in that section of her hair over her face, just coming back that way, flicking backwards and flicking forwards as well. We're starting to fill in the texture of the hair now. Just like that. I'm so sorry about the color. Let me just see if I can get it to even out a little bit. How's that? A little bit better? Having trouble with YouTube and cameras today. Now I've got process red. I'm going to repeat the same process. Coming up and flicking down. Flicking down the bottom there as well. And then a little bit of the hot pink. So we've just created a whole heap of texture lines just to create some little flicks of hair. I mean, obviously we're not going to be getting all the tiny little strands of hair, but we definitely have some color and texture through there so we can see that it's hair. And some white to finish it off. I'll turn it up the right way for you, hon. There you go. It's up the right way now. Alright, flicking with the white. I'm trying to keep out of the camera there for you. So just flicking over the middle section, bringing a few up into the darker area as well. But what we're trying to do is cover over every single little piece of paper. But I still want her to have some nice white or light highlights through there. Now there's a little bit there that I've missed of dark, or it's flattened off. I just want to go back in with that pomegranate and just increase, throw it around. That's what I want to do. Increase the depth in those sections. So with the white in that, it's just lightened off a little bit. So just coming back over that. So when you're satisfied, you can move on. Now you can do a section at a time like I've done, or you can choose to do all of the dark shadows first and then all of the next color and so on and so on. So it's up to you. But if you find hair daunting, it's good to start with a little piece of hair like this. Get that perfect. Do what you need to do and then move on to the next bit. That's fine. Whatever gets you through it the quickest and the easiest. Usually for the purpose of tutorials, I will do all of the dark first, then go in with the next color and then go in and so on and so on. But because we're just showing you, some people don't get to stay for the whole stream either, so just showing you how to do it all in one little section first, so that then if you miss it, you can just come back and you know where you're at. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do it completely now, but just I will put those little sparkling spots back in at the end when I've finished. Now what will happen is, because I've just stuck them on now, the pink will come through them, so I may need to come back in and do more over the top anyway. Let me just zoom out again. Silly camera. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to repeat it. We good? We like it? We good? No worries, Maria. That's what I'm here for, to help. That's why I do these color alongs. They're more like tutorial color alongs though, yeah? Got my foggy again, just to get a little bit more of a sharp, fine point on that one. Beautiful colour, beautiful. So we're gonna, I really like how there's a lot of highlights in it too. So we're going to do the other sections now. I think she's got a little bit of a band or something around her head here. So it kind of looks like it's something. I actually haven't seen the original image of Nalex. I should probably go and have a peek at it. So going over all of the dark areas first, just flicking out with my darkest colour. This is going to be a smaller section because we've got the twig coming over the hair, so we're going to need to flick back this way because that's a shadow. Just going around that, creating a nice shadow and a point where that flower is sitting over. I'm going to actually leave this section here, and I think I might come back in later with a little bit of yellow or something in there. Some gold maybe, I don't know yet. But I'm going to, that looks a little bit like a band that's going over her head, so. Alright. Flicking out. Turn your page if you need to flick the other way. Some of these dark centers go right through too. They're not all just stopping short. I'm going to add a couple more into the very depths of the part here as well. Okay, coming back the other way. I just lined out the back of the head there too. Just coming from this shadow here. This one here is a little bit lighter, but just a couple of strokes through there just to give it that texture that you're looking for. What secret are we talking about now? Look up, you know those hack videos? If you put boiled eggs in a container, like a airtight type container, and put a tiny little bit of water in it and just gently shake it around from side to side, the water gets underneath the membrane of the skin and it just peels off really nicely. Boiled egg hacks or something like that, look it up. My son's highly allergic to eggs, so we don't eat a lot of egg. Now, I'm not sure, thinking that might be a twig. I'm not sure what that is. It could be a, I don't think it's a petal, although it could be. I'm not sure. There's like a white gap right there. Can you see that? Going right up there. So I'm not sure. As I said, I haven't seen the original one of this one, so I'm not sure what's actually in the hair to be able to see that. I'm just going to leave it for now, I think. We always do this, don't we? Every single image that I do, we have an argument about what some sections are and aren't. It's funny. Well, this is the section on this particular image. What is that? It was cool. I've actually used it a couple of times if we're talking about the egg thing. It works. I've used it a fair bit, so it's actually quite ingenious. Especially for those eggs that are fresh and they just don't want to peel. This one's a hard one too, but I think the flower stops there. Let's just make it stop there even if it doesn't. Just going over those really dark areas quite firmly. Do, 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 do. All right, now magenta. Oh, eggs ready peeled. Never heard of it. Yeah, this one's kind of wavy, isn't it? Yeah, it could be a side-on one. I didn't colour it because I wasn't sure. And this one's kind of weird shaped too, so oh good, it's good. I've just gone into that flower because I'm crazy sometimes. One corner of my desk mat has a little patch about that big where I've actually cleaned my eraser off and I've just left it. I'm like, look, it's going to get dirty and it's handy. Oh, guess what? Timer. So last week I did a flip through of the first book that Nalek has. I'm using magenta still. And this week I've got, so that was book number 1. This week I'm going to do a flip through of book number 2. But the giveaway will be for one image, which I will show you in a moment. And the image is from her first book. I haven't gone that way yet, but there's a little bit behind that twig there, so just gone back in with firm pressure and just filled the gap. Coming over the top of that now with a little bit of processed red. Trying to keep a little bit of white through there as well. So just a few flicks. Now there is one image missing out of this color, this flip through, because it's full frontal and I didn't have time to censor it, so I've just skipped it out. A little bit of hot pink. There are a couple of revealing images in this one, but no nudity as such. I actually really quite like the second book. It's probably one of my favorites, the second and the third. And that was hot pink then, and I'm just using a little bit of white now just to get that highlight section going here in the middle. And also to flatten off any of the tooth between the layers that I've done. Trying to go with the green of the hair too, because we don't want to smudge the colours across each other. We want them to stay textured like it is. I think we could do with a little bit more white through there. Just there. Okay, so let's get to this giveaway, shall we? So before we do the giveaway, I'll do the flip through for you. I'll zoom back out so you don't come back and get shocked where I am. While you're watching the flip through, I'm just going to do a little bit more pomegranate just to deepen up those shadows again, like I did in this section here. Hi Kelly, welcome. Did someone just ask what I was using? The Prismacolor. There's a color list in the description. I'll give you some links. Here we go. Patreon. This is a link for the color chart. There's also a conversion there as well. So converting Prismacolor to other brands of pencils, like 4 other brands, 5 other brands. Best matches I possibly could get. And here's a link to the image. It is already discounted, so if you'd like to grab it before the end of June. Hi Melissa, welcome sweetie. And check that out there. But for now, we're going to do a flip through of the second book of Narre, and then we'll do a giveaway for an image from the first book. So let's pop in and have a look. So that was her second book. The guy with the muscles. The books are only available on Etsy. She does have a hard copy of the first book that you can purchase. I found it quite a lot to have it shipped here to Australia, so I ended up getting the PDF versions. A little bit too much skin, Helen. Well, that particular book I just showed you, there was one image that wasn't in it, which is a full front image. So, but yeah, I'm doing a giveaway for an image today, but only one of the images. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. So I'm giving away a copy of this image. So it will be either PDF, JPEG, however you prefer to receive it. I will be messaging it or emailing it to you. They are awesome, Loretta. So it is just for one individual image. This is the image that we're doing a giveaway for, and I love grayscale too. No worries, Shara. Yes, so I'm giving away this image. I love grayscale. It's one of my favorite things to color. It has to be a specific type of grayscale though. I don't like the grayscale where it's just been digitally put in. It's not like they've just gone, oh, it needs to be a bit of a shadow here and a shadow there. I like to have this kind of thing where it's more taken from somebody else's already colored image. I think they're a lot easier to color, and they come up a lot more realistic and nice. So yeah, we're going to do a giveaway for this image, all right? Just this image, okay? So first of all, I'm just going to pop up my little disclaimer here. And we're going to do the video for the giveaway rules. Here we go. Here we go. It doesn't want to play today. Oh, there we go. Pick number between one number between 1 and 100. Only one number per person. First person to call the number owns a number. No chatting during number calling until winning number is drawn. No numbers before the words go, 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 or after stop, stop, stop will be counted. Remember, it's only one number per person. The number closest to the generated number without going over will win. If there is no number that's drawn or over below that, it'll be redrawn. Make sure that you are on live chat, so click on the top of your chat box. There should be a little arrow. Make sure that it's live chat next to that. Any giveaway or promotion is in no way endorsed, administered, sponsored, or associated with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Naleke, however you say her name, Shoemaker. Okay guys, so everyone got that? Oh, it is better? Oh, that's good. Alright, so if everyone's happy with that, let's this is what we're doing the giveaway for again. Everybody type ready in the chat. Oh, that should say ready. Good on me. My keyboard's really far away. So everyone type in ready when they're ready. That was funny. I will be drawing the random number from random.org. We have lots in here today. Welcome everybody who's new. Thanks for joining. Good luck. Where's my timer? Clock. Not now. Timer. Start. I think there's about a 20-second lag. We should have seen Miss Sahara come in. I hope everything's alright with her baby. She took her fur baby in. It was not well. I'm using white just to go in and do the highlights, and the pomegranate just to go back in and darken. It's looking quite good now. I love pink hair. Pink is good hair. Alright, done the top. I'm going to do this little section under here, I think. Using pomegranate first. I think that's part of, I'm making it a part of the hair now. That's the great thing about covering up the black lines too, is that you can kind of make things what they need to be. Almost done, guys. Got like stop in the name of B. Before you. I think that's, yeah, I think that's where I got it from, Deb, by the way. Melissa, let me just draw the number. So this is randomnumber.org. The winner is number 89. 89. Who is closest to 89? Kelly? Kelly had 79. I think it's Kelly. Oh, she did. I missed her. Sahara, not Shara. Sahara. Kelly. Connie, we've finished. And it's only one number, remember? Yeah, Kelly. What are you shooting for? You won. Kelly, do you have my Instagram or Messenger? I don't even know. Do we have like Facebook things? Oh, here we go. There's a link. I've got a link for my Facebook. Do you have Facebook? Kelly? Yeah, Kelly was number 89. Kelly was the closest. So it's the closest number to the winning number without going over it. So the closest to the winning number. Sorry, Connie. Thank you. So Kelly, do you have Instagram or Facebook? Here's my Facebook. Contact me, sweetie, so I can get it to you. I think here's my Facebook. Hang on. Will this work? Yay, it worked. And I've also got Instagram too, so you can contact me there. Or if you go to the Patreon link, you can also contacted me through Patreon. So sorry, Connie. Thank you so much. So that's why we type it in the chat box so that it's real time, because there's like a gap between when I say go and when you guys actually hear it. So doing it in the chat box helps. It just makes it a little bit more real time for you guys, because I know that, yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. It just says go, go, go. Congratulations, Kelly. I can send that to you. Send me a message and I will let me know what kind of file type you'd like better too, and I'll send it to you. And I think that's all. So the winner won a copy of this image. There will be a chance to win the same image next week and also in week 4 as well. So if you didn't win today, you can always join in those giveaways. And also too, it is available in her first book. So if you do want it and the other images that were in the first one, go back to week 1's video and you can check it out there. Also, just while I'm on that, I did make a playlist. Yeah. That's what it's called, isn't it? Yeah. A playlist for this one. So let me just see. Do you want the playlist, guys? I can grab that for you as well. And it is here. I hope the link's not too long. Some of these can be really long, so... and they don't work. That's the playlist for the video. So I'll put each week in that playlist if you'd like to catch up. Also, always check under the video because I put all of those links in there as well. Are we good? Are we all worked out and ready to keep going? Good. I am. I'm ready. I'm waiting for a package, actually. I've got 2 more books coming. Very exciting. Going broke. Going broke, but I wanted to try something a little bit different. Dee Dee's kind of enabled me a little bit. She's been doing a lot of Jane Davenport stuff, and it kind of made me want to do something a little bit different. I quite like multimedia and playing around with that kind of thing, so I had a couple of books coming, and I'm going to give the journal a go. Sounds like a bit of fun. Oh, I just went over a petal. That's okay. It's just going to be a little shorter now. As I said, that's a good thing about covering up the lines. You can make it look how you want to look. Or make it look. If you miss things, it doesn't quite matter. So I'm still using pomegranate for now again. Back to the darker areas. It's very pretty. I'm really enjoying this one. You do? Jane Davenport's giving away a free workshop. It starts on the 24th of June, and she's doing the... okay, let me look because I want to get it right for you. Jane Davenport, I should say. It is called, you have your Making Faces workshop. It's free at the moment. So you can enroll for free, and the course starts on the 24th. And yeah, this is the book that is from the workshop. Making Faces, and she's also got like a Making Faces like product pack and all that sort of thing as well. So I didn't actually buy the pack. I had quite a bit of that stuff already. But yeah, there's loads of different stuff in there, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that's your own drawing, and also she gives away, you know, that particular book, and the whimsical whatever journal one. That one's got lots of images to color as well. So if you're not into drawing, there's still a little bit for everyone, which I really liked. Very nice. But yeah, art journaling looks like loads of fun. I also brought myself a jelly plate after Becky jelly plated in our in our challenge. I went, this is really interesting. I got to look this up. Jane Davenport has a really nice thin looking jelly plate, so I got that as well. This is processed red. Sorry, the one before I was using was magenta. I'm just continuing the same steps that we did in this side of the hair. Magenta and some hot pink. Right here. And then I'm going to fill in all the gaps with, I'm just going to stop there because I haven't done the other side there, but just in this bit, got the white again. Just going in and flattening off the tooth, going in between, and just getting those highlight sections as well. And just going back in with the pomegranate again, just to do those dark lines again. That faded off a lot. So I'll pop the link up. Give me a sec, Shara. I'll pop it up for you. Where is it? Where is it? It'll be in my history if I've watched it, yeah? Well, I don't know if it would be because I've watched so many things. Draw with Jazza, Dee Dee, all of Jane Davenport's videos. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. I found it. Let me just go to it and share. Here it is. So this is the video where she talks about it. And underneath the video, there is a link. So I'm going to get you the link. Jane Davenport is an Australian artist. She lives in Byron Bay, which is far from me, but not too far. It's far. Not acceptable though. Okay, so that's the website. And she's got lots of products as well. So she's got a Making Faces product pack. Yeah, she's got lots of stuff. I'm thinking what we might do, I really want that slightly lighter in the highlights. So let's see if we can make this a little bit lighter. I'm going to just zoom in a bit, and I'm going to use the Jelly Roll pen. We'll use the finest one. My ears are ringing something crazy right now. Do you hate that? I'm almost deaf in one ear, and I have a hearing aid for that one. And sometimes a good ear I've got tinnitus, so it's so frustrating. It's like, can I just hear normal for once? Apparently not. That was my postie. I've got the 0.5 and it wasn't working again because I've already gone over some pencil. I just want to put a couple of really pale, fine highlights through that hair. Just to lighten it slightly. I know it may not seem like it makes a difference, but it will once I've finished the whole image. It'll just give it a couple of nice little white highlights. This side's not so bad. There we go. You may not be able to tell, but I can tell. It's just slightly lighter in those areas. It's looking good. The light isn't that great. I'm so sorry. Kind of feel like this video didn't come out. The quality didn't come out as well, which is a bit of a pain. YouTube, just stop fixing things. They're not broken. If it's not broke, don't try to fix it. This is a pomegranate. I'm just coming up now towards that edge. There's kind of a bit of a curve in the hair here, so I'm just sort of making my own dip a little bit. Just adding a bit of a dark stroke down there so we can see that it's darker in those areas. We really want that to be a bit of a high area because the, if I just zoom back in again for you. So we want that to be quite light on the top. So I'm not going to go the hair kind of gets a bit messy down here, so I'm just going to do what I can see and then I'll come back in and have another look at it later. It kind of flows down by the look of it. A little bit down here. And I'm not sure, I think that might be a little bit of hair here on her back. Just coming down here. And then I think the rest of it's actually wings and it's coming behind her. So I think that will do. There's just some like straggly bits down here. And there's some wings showing through, so do whatever you feel down there. We're going to be colouring the wings with pink and green together. We're going to do a bit of a multicolour through the wings, so I don't think it's going to matter too much. Hi Lisa, welcome. Oh, Rochelle, have you tried them? Judy. Oh, I love the pans. They're beautiful. They're just so thick and creamy and just so nice. I used them on my Magnolia girl, just a little bit in the skin, and it just smoothed it off. Absolutely perfect. Just loved it. Just divine. So I'll show off my books that I got from Jane Davenport, and also I've got a couple of other books here. One of them I actually completely forgot that I'd ordered, so that's always good. That sometimes happens. I'll on a whim I'll buy something and then forget that I've brought it and then it comes in the mail, and it is happy mail then. It's like, yay, I forgot. I actually got my first book from Vietnam yesterday. I don't think I've ordered anything from Vietnam before. Korea, Japan, and China, but not Vietnam. So this is the magenta that I'm using now. I'm just kind of doing some fluffy areas down here. I'm not concentrating too much on the details. Going back in with the process red. I was just going to say something then. I thought I'll jinx myself if I say that. The process red is doing quite well considering I did think it was going to break. Because it's got that really thin lead on it. A little bit of the pink. If you want the hair a little bit lighter, you could still use the same blend, but maybe take out the magenta in the middle, maybe something like that. Just take out one of the colors so that you get to the lightest color quicker and use a little bit more white. And I've got white. If you wanted to change the color slightly to pink, from pink to a little bit of purple, you could add, instead of using pomegranate, use one of the purple base colors. Lots of different things you can do. I need that hot pink again down here. We do these videos as a guide just to help you learn a little bit. I'm trying to alternate between grayscale and line art, so we're getting a bit of everything going. Oh, guess who we've got next month? Very exciting, actually. Alright, and a bit more white again on these lighter pieces. Okay, now just go back in with your darkest color and make sure that you've got plenty of depth in there, and that all of those colors that you've just gone over with the white haven't dulled off too much. Just like to go back in and make sure it's nice and dark. Because if you don't have those shadows, then we don't get those highlights. There we go. And I'm going to add a few little strokes of white through there as well. What's the time? Have I still got... Yeah, plenty of time. We'll probably finish the hair, which is kind of awesome. Just adding a few flicks of white through there. Especially on this shoulder bit here, they're quite light, those pieces of hair. Remember, you can scratch it off if it's a mistake. Now there was a couple of spots in this one, so I'm just going to go and put a couple of highlighted spots in there. And I think we need a couple of spots up here too. Kind of like fairy sprinkles. I don't know. Sparklearkles. What did you get charged for? Maya, I missed that. Where were you? Other side. Let's do the other side. Sorry, Loretta, I've got to turn it on a bit of an angle because I've already put white on there. I don't want to smudge it. You guys know the trick with paper though. If I put a piece of paper over that, it'll just protect any areas from smudging. There's actually a white spot just here on her face, and I just want to add that in because I don't want to forget that. Wow, that lighting is really bad. So remember, if you've got something that's in front of the hair, you need to make sure you put a shadow behind it, which is what I'm doing here. All the way down. All these dark areas down in this section here, I'm going to cover over with the pomegranate. And because it's already black, it'll stay nice and dark. But you'll still be able to see that colour in there. She's got some fairy sparkles down in there as well, so she's got green eyes. It's hard to see, but they're green. She's going to have a green dress and green and pink wings. It is an aqua green though, to be fair. Ah, the postie, the UPS postie was a bit dodgy, was he? He was getting a bit greedy. He wanted his share. There's a lot of really light sections in here, so it is going to be quite light, but I want to make sure that we do get a little bit of shadow in there. Okay, trying to get that done for us. Squeaky chair. Bye, Angela. I missed you. Me, Miranda. I have the full set and more. I brought them all individually to start with, and then I just sort of gradually built them up until I had them all. And then I brought a 70 pack, I think it is, or maybe it's 90. Anyway, and gave myself some extras, and I've brought at least 50 different Prismacolor pencils since then to replace because I've used them. With the white pencils, I reckon in the last 3 years I've probably gone through about 20 of them. I've done that much colouring. To be fair though, the Prismacolor white pencils are a really good alternative to the Caran Luminance white. A little bit more cost effective. But I use white for blending, so I do use a fair bit of white. It's getting kind of straggly down here, coming off into the outside bits there. Just kind of bringing it together. Bit of magenta. I actually have quite a few sets of pencils now. I was looking at the Coloursoft, the Lightfast, and thinking, do I really need the full set, and will I use them? Probably not. So, oh, flicking my pencil. A little bit of processed red. Oh, you know what? I'll probably get them eventually because I've got the other half of them, so it kind of feels wrong not having the whole set. But it's okay. I'm luminancing in parts, so I'm sure I can do this in parts too. I'm hoping they'll eventually have open stock. Sorry, I missed hot pink there. Go back in with hot pink. There's a lot of straggly hair down here. I'm just going to grab that now. Oh, there you go, Joey. Thanks. They are quite well priced lately. When I started buying them, they weren't so much. But we can't buy from Amazon US in Australia, so it's a little bit harder for us to get all those awesome deals. And then they stopped us from being able to buy anything unless it's from actual Amazon. So yeah, it's kind of a pain. We can buy now, they've allowed us, we can buy from Amazon if it's from them directly, Amazon US, but we can't buy from third parties. Which is kind of frustrating, especially when the third parties allow or have international shipping, but yeah, we can't get it. It's frustrating. Okay, back to pomegranate, just deepening up some of those shadows. Hair takes the longest, I think. So take your time. Come back and rewatch the video later. And don't stress. Just relax. Relax. Sorry about the light. That's just crappers. Bad light. Ooh. Bad light. Bye, Helen. Thank you so much for coming. Amazing. Thank you so much for your help. Help, 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 Miranda. Yeah. Hey. Me. I do. I have the whole set. And the fluoros. I've got the Derwent metallics. I've got the Faber Castell Classic metallics. I don't use metallics because they don't show up under the scanner, and that's how I get my images up on to social media. I scan them. It's easy for me instead of taking 50,000 photos to try and get the right color, and I just scan it. So I don't use metallics a lot. I'll only use them on my stuff that I'm keeping or put it on after I scan them. So it's kind of hard in this section here because we've got some wavy hair. It's kind of going wee. I'm going to try to cover over. That was a good ride all the way down there. I'm just going to try to go a little bit more lines in the back sections and just release and do a small amount of lines in the up sections, which is kind of hard. We can do this. It's okay. Up, down. I get all these songs just pop into my head. I'm so random. Say things and music comes to mind. I mean, I guess that's kind of good. Shadow snoring, by the way. I can hear in the background. I'm surprised she hasn't come and say hello to us all. She usually does. We're looking kind of straggly, aren't we? Let's go to magenta. Just go and fill some of these areas down here as well. It's ugly duckling stage. She'll come alive. Trying to follow the direction of the hair, but when it's kind of all over the place like that, that can be hard. So just take your time. Just sit and look at the hair and see which directions it looks like it's going. They are? Aren't they in the sets though? Process red. Still don't know why it's called that. It's pink. Anyway. I guess technically pink is red. Just getting a little bit lighter down the bottom here because the hair is getting a little thinner. Sort of struggling out a little bit now. Now it's quite light down here, so you may have to sort of make it up as you go. Trust me, it won't matter. Some wiggly lines in the wrong spot, it's not going to matter. But I do want to keep it light down here, like I said, because it's already starting to thin out now. And I can see background there. So we're kind of finishing it off. And last but hello. Shadow just woke up. None. What's wrong with her shoulder? What did I miss, my darlings? Kelly. I tend to think that sometimes, this is our hot pink again now, sometimes when it comes to being like that, having that perfection mentality is where it all goes wrong. Because when you're on the practice sheet, you're like, I'm just practicing, it's okay, and you try things. And yeah, the only time I ever sort of do a practice is when I'm doing these color alongs, because you guys need the colors a little bit earlier, so I will do, you know, a practice one to work out what colors and things like that I'm using. But normally I don't do them. And you know what? Sometimes even my practice ones come out looking a lot better than the ones I show you. So, and I think that's why. I think it's because we're doing it a little bit more roughly. We're being a little less conscious of what we're doing. and I think you're more relaxed. What secret code? You avoid people that need colouring. Really? Or you mean you avoid colouring people? I don't know. You just need to let it go. Just relax. If it doesn't work, doesn't matter. Happy mistakes. Got white again. I'm just finishing off the hair now, so I'm going to go out over these little tangly wavy bits here in the background. Actually, I don't even know what we're going to do for the background yet. Didn't do any hot pink in here. Let's just put a little bit of hot pink in there. Kind of scratching it through there. Smoothing everything off now, making sure that there's no rough edges or spotty paper. Just get rid of it. If you're having trouble and it's just all blending into one, then don't use white. Try something like, let me get mine out. Get out. It's completely flat at the moment, but yeah, try something like this, which will stop it from blending in together. Just make sure you follow those lines. So just, I'm using it flat because it's blunt. You can sharpen them, but it's a waste. You don't need to sharpen it. Unless I'm doing a really fine area, I might. But yeah, you can use the blender as well. Now, need a little bit of detail in some of these areas. That light is really bad. It doesn't look that faded out in the real life. In the real life. I'm doing well. Yep. Hubby's home from work. Almost there. Just redoing those darker areas. Alright, and then we're going to put in a little bit more spots and dots into the hair to show that sort of fairy sparkle. And I'll put a couple of lines in there as well, just on those highlighted parts there. Just a couple of those sections. Don't forget you can scratch it off if it doesn't work. And of course now it's not, oh there we go. It had a little bit of wax in it, so it wasn't working. And then we're done. Hair is done. Don't forget these little white spots down here. I'm going to put a couple in the hair as well. So just a few little sparkles. A couple of flicks of that lighter colour through as well. So sorry. Zoom out. It's so hard to see. There we go. You see that okay? Yeah, of course. Anyway, you want it to look shiny. You can. That's what I'm here for. Go back and have a look at all of my color alongs. I've done purple hair, black hair, orange hair, brown hair, pink hair, every kind of hair you can imagine. Rainbow hair. Go check them out. Just got that white pencil and I just sharpened it to go in and do a couple more fine white lines. Broke it and it went in my face. Thanks so much. So helpful. I think this pomegranate here needs to come up a little bit, sort of stopping dead. So you can see that was kind of stopping dead there. I just need to increase some shadow in that section back up so it blends in a little bit better. That's better. Just not stopping at that section now. Maybe adding a tiny little bit more through some of these areas too. But I'll scan it up and you can see for yourself. It kind of looks a little strange sometimes under the scanner because all of the color's not in there and it seems to concentrate on the darker pencil areas, but it's an idea of how it's looking anyway. Don't be afraid to use dark colors. Ah, beautiful. Very happy with that. It is beautiful. So I'm going to do, next week we'll do the skirt and we'll probably start on the wings. I'm just going to, there's a couple of bits of hair coming down the back here, so I just need to make sure. I think that's coming from between her wings though. So I think I'm happy with that sort of falling down there. Like that. So a little bit here at the back there. It's quite dark. But yeah. Oh gosh. Don't know what's wrong with it. It's weird. It's freaking me out. The light is freaking me out. We have got aliens today. So go around and put in some white gel pen anywhere you want to as well. So just pop in a couple of spots here and there. And yeah, you can do this with any color. So use white as like a highlight. Also using little white dots like that too helps to disguise any areas that you don't like or that don't look quite right. So texture in the hair helps that too. And I'm done. We are done. We will see you on Monday. So Monday I will do a flip through of a few new books that I've got. And we'll have a chat and maybe we'll do an exercise or two out of one of Jane's books. Should be a bit of fun, but or I might colour one out of one of my new books. I'm going to put a couple of white spots on her skin as well so it doesn't look quite out of place. And also a couple of little spots on her nails. Make them look kind of shiny on the edge. But I will probably go back over it again and add some spots in. At the very end as well. And go over some of them because some of them will end up being discoloured too from the pink. But you'll be able to see that better in the scan when I come up with it. Alright guys, that's it. She's looking beautiful. So with that green, the greens in the wings and in the skirt, and we're going to put, so what I might do is I might do green on the top and pink on the bottom, because we'll be doing a green skirt, so that'll kind of come out good. And the butterflies and the flowers I'm yet to figure out, but I might do a split complementary or two complementary colors, so I might do purple and yellow maybe. But yeah, we'll decide. It will happen. Thank you guys, thank you so much. So sorry again about Tuesday, but I will be back on Monday, so I will see you then, and we'll do something of my choice, which is always fun. Thanks again, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the like button, and I will see you next time.